Hey everybody, I'm Mark Dannenberg with Michael Kastner. I'm the founder and CEO of Options Moneymaker, and Michael is the host of our daily live trading room. Michael, we've been away for about a week and a half or so, and yet the market's been um, doing its thing every day. Well, I know I was busy. I took a little time away. I know you're busy every day with our trading room. But I thought it'd be interesting for our followers to hear a little bit about how we did in February. Today is the first day of March, first trading day of March. So yesterday closed out calendar month of February. But before we get to that, before we get to how we did in February, I just want to chat for a minute about an article that I saw yesterday on CNBC. And it was talking about how the last 3 months, so that would be December, January, February, have been the worst performance for the indexes since 2011. So that'd be S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Dow. The indexes have had their worst performance since 2011. Now, Michael, what do you think about that? Because that tells me volumes about the type of stress that people are feeling out there.
Oh, no doubt about that. One thing that really caught my eye, Mark, is because I used to be a mutual fund trader. I would trade mutual funds for our family accounts, and we thought it was safe, and that's back in the day, of course. But I saw a headline that 1% of the mutual funds had a profit um, so
Wow.
far this year. That's
So
it's interesting,
so let's look at the reverse of that. That means 99% of the mutual funds are not profitable so far this year.
right?
Well, I don't actually like to hear numbers like that. Um, we'll share our performance here in just a minute, but it's a little distressing to hear that type of information because the vast majority of people are reliant on those mutual funds, whether it be their 401k that's invested in that, or they think of it as a safe harbor investment like you and your family did. And that is a concern. And I feel for the people who may not be making anything. Now, the other side of that coin is we don't know how many of those funds are losing significantly. That wasn't contained in the article. But significant losses are of a concern of most people, and it's what keeps people awake at night. It's what causes them a tremendous amount of fear and anxiety. And so, what we try to do is we try to help people take full control of their financial future. And I know, Michael, you're doing that all day long with the people in our live trading room.
Yes.
And you become very aware of what they are doing and how well they are doing. And is it fair to say you get quite a few comments from people about the profits that they took?
Oh yes, and what was so interesting the last couple of days, and we always, of course, you always preach, and I do too, think like a trader.
Mhm.
And there's been several clients in the last, I'd say the last week or two, that are so excited they've decided to, with our charting program that we have and our strategy, to make the first trade on their own. And of course, they in the room, they would all tell me about it, the profits they made, with their first trade that without following on with us. So I thought that was very awesome for me that they have stepped out and you know have enough confidence in the charting system we used and confidence in themselves to be able to make a trade because, like I said, they are controlling their future. No mutual fund is, no money manager is. They're doing it themselves.
And that can be a little intimidating if you don't really know what you're doing. But what we try to help people understand is that you can more than likely make make a better return than your mutual fund or your traditional investment with just a fraction of the capital that you would typically have invested. So it's taking some responsibility for what you're doing. It's taking accountability for your the integrity of your financial future, and it's investing a little bit of time in learning how to do that.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things that will interfere with a trader and an investor. And there was a term that came up today in the trading room, the quagmire of human emotions. People get all immersed in the fear and the anxiety of what they're doing instead of immersing themselves in the learning and the knowledge and understanding. You see, knowledge is power. If you understand what you're doing, it might be a uncomfortable situation, but you're just going to follow through and do what you need to do. And I know, Michael, you're a very skilled pilot, and you've shared with me in the past that if you have an emergency on your plane and it forces you to make an emergency landing, what do you do? Are you going to run into the back of the plane and hide under a blanket?
Oh no, I'm gonna fly the plane and do what I was trained to do, and
And
take care of myself first, because that if something happens to me, like say if I panic or don't put the oxygen mask on me first or whatever, then everybody else is not going to make it. So it's just you got to fly the plane first.
and one of the things you shared with me, Michael, one time is that you've spent so much time in the simulator
Yes,
recreating situations that you've developed a level of confidence in what you're doing. And so if that happens, it's one of those situations where it might not be comfortable. You'd rather it didn't happen, but you just have to do what you need to do.
that's right.
And I find so many correlations to trading with that whole philosophy, because what we try to help people do is immerse themselves in learning. We don't want them to become dependent on us. We want them to think like a trader. We want to help them learn their way through a variety of situations. And so when they encounter difficult situations, whether it be an extremely volatile market or a very, very flat market with practically no volatility, and they may think that there are no opportunities, or whether it's managing a position or choosing the right strategy, we want people to think like a trader. Think about how you are going to take the current situation given to you by the market, deploy a reasonable and safe amount of capital to harvest I would say, an optimum amount of profit. And I truly believe anybody can do this. It just requires a certain amount of discipline and commitment to the learning. And that's what we work very hard to help people achieve. So the live trading room that Michael hosts is a situation where people can literally look over our shoulders. Okay, Michael and I are both in the room. He's primarily responsible for the room in helping people understand exactly what we're doing, what the signals are, when to get in, when to get out, and we trade a live account. So when we say a live trading room, this is a live account, and we're trading that account and showing people exactly what we do. So we can't really hide anything, can we, Michael? Everything,
No,
everything
no,
is full disclosure.
and it's non-simulated, folks. It's real money, like he said. I've several different. I've seen some different trading rooms. They'll trade off of simulated trades and paper account. This is real.
Mm-hmm. So we know when we have a few challenges on positions, or we know when we're having a period of time that things are just flowing just as easily as we would want them to. And everybody else in the room knows that too. So when I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about our desire to have a whole group of traders who really understand how to think about their trading, and I was thinking about the worst 3 months of the indexes since 2011, and I was thinking about, 1% of mutual funds are profitable. I think we should compare that to what we accomplished during the month of February. We took $48,966 of profits in our live trading room account. That represents about a 26% return for the month. Now, there's really nothing magical about that. And I'll say this, although a lot of people who may not understand the true nature of trading options may not believe this or be able to really understand it. But we do that without a significant amount of risk. We are constantly managing our risk. We are constantly inserting money into the market and very quickly securing that in the form of profits. We don't do any day trading, but we teach people how to secure profits within the same day. We do have problem positions periodically, and we manage those positions. And every once in a while, we have a position that just gets way out of control, but we still manage that also. So that's a real number, folks. The 48,966, that's a real number. That's real dollars, and it represents about a 26% return for the month of February. Now, Michael, that's on top of our January number, which we already shared at the end of January, which was $61,884.
Right. Yes.
So I would say we're having a good year so far.
Yes. Excellent year.
Here's the thing, folks. We don't know what's going to happen in the next day, the next week, next few months. What we do know is that we come to the market every day and we are trading with a focus on what the signals are that will tell us when to get in and what the signals are that tell us when to get out. That's all we trade. The big picture, which is the quagmire of human emotions and what triggers all these very dramatic, overly dramatic headlines out there, and what triggers people's fear and anxiety, and they just tremble on the sidelines. They don't know what to do about their money. I'm here to say, step forward, take full responsibility and accountability for the financial security of yourself and your family. Build some wealth, but learn how to do it the right way. This is not a get rich quick. This is not a flash in the pan where you just do it for a few trades and those worked out and then you have one bad trade and then you run for the hills. This is a commitment to learn how to trade, and it doesn't have to be full time. We do have a lot of people that trade full time with us in our Profit Accelerator program and the live trading room. But we have our Profit Builder program, which allows people to trade by allocating maybe 15 to 30 minutes each day. And the pace of profits is going to be much slower, but the capital that you put into play is going to be also less and very, very safe and secure and low risk. But it helps you start to learn how to think about trading and learn some of the very, very basic fundamentals about trading. And when I say fundamentals, I'm not talking about all the usual stuff that so many teachers out there want you to learn. They want you to learn all the details about the Greeks. They want you to learn all the details about volatility. They want you to learn all the details about option pricing and how the pricers are set. I'm going to tell you that stuff is interesting, but not going to make you money. It's interesting if you have an interest in it, which I do not. It's not going to make you money. What we do is we zero in on the things that are going to help you know when to get yourself into the market and when to get out, how to manage your positions, how to take profits. So, Michael, you're a big part of this live trading room, and you know you have a lot of responsibility for generating those profits in that live trading room account. So I want to thank you for everything that you do, and I know that our clients really appreciate what you do because you're very gracious and very helpful as they are asking for clarification on a trade, and you do a great job. And I think that the numbers speak for themselves, and the testimonials that we get from our clients, which are over the top, very gracious. I think they also speak for themselves. So just wanted to give everybody an update and thank you personally, Michael, for everything that you do.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
You have any other thoughts before we close out?
No, I don't, Mark. We covered it all. Just it's a great program, Profit Accelerator. It really works, folks. So I enjoy it, and I absolutely eat, sleep, and breathe. I love it. So I
He,
love
he
what I do.
literally does. I can attest to that. All right, folks, if you have any interest in exploring a little bit more about what we do, optionsmoneymaker.com/accelerator. That is a training program, an education program that will teach you exactly what we do in the live trading room. Now, we don't do a lot of education in the live trading room. So we have a program that will teach you exactly how to properly follow along with us in the trading room. But we also have our entry-level program, which is optionsmoneymaker.com/profit builder. And you can check us out at either one of those. All right, Michael, thanks again so much. You guys have a great night, and we'll be back with you again later. Thanks.